working again? Hello? Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. Good to see you all. Yeah, so we're going at it again for the second time today. I have a couple of things that I want to finish up with respect to the giant mushroom, mostly just technical stuff. But I guess it's more technically related to the spores. But anyway, we'll get into that in just a second. Before I get into it, I want to remind everyone that Alchemortis is currently running a playtest, or currently has a playtest available. So definitely go and check that out if you're interested. Play the playtest, join the Discord, let me know what you think about it. I would appreciate that. Also, I've got the Patreon here. You could join for a couple of nice perks. If you subscribe at the sponsor tier for at least 1 month, I will send you an Alchemortis Steam key when the game launches. So you won't need to buy it on Steam, and your name will be listed in the in-game Alchemortis credits. Also, I have the Godot courses available for sale on Udemy. So if you want to learn how to build games in the Godot engine, then check those out as well. All the links that you can visit or view to support me and the game are linked below. So check those out, please. And I think that's it. Okay. Hello, Aniki. Welcome back. Good to see you. Hello, Stray Pointer. Distraction from writing JavaScript to generate SVG inside of a Windows WPF C# app. Oh, very interesting. Welcome. Bubblegum Lord. Hello, hello. Soda Comet. Welcome. Jackie Daytona. Welcome back. Time for game dev once again. Yes, indeed. It's fun, but not quite in the flow state at the moment. That's understandable. Missed most of last stream. What does the Big Mushroom do? Big Mushroom does a bunch of stuff. The most notable thing that it does is it generates spore cards, which are alchemical reagents that can absorb an ability and put it on a different ability. So this is the giant mushroom, awards a fungus card after combat victory. It sets the turn cooldown of allied cards below equal to this card's turn cooldown, and then heals 3 for each allied minion card and confuses 3 random enemy cards that deal damage. So that's what the giant fungus does, the giant mushroom. And then this spore is the item that you get from combat. This absorbs a random ability from an adjacent card to the right. So if I do this and I do that, I can absorb the fire into this reagent here. Adds the following ability as a guaranteed alchemy output to allied cards. Apply 6 fire. So I can take that, and then I can just alchemize this with something else, and that will add fire to the Gorgon head here. So that's what it does. It's kind of interesting. I think the spores are interesting for sure. Anyway, hello Budget Jim, welcome back. Good to see you. Edo Makes Games, welcome back. Hello Neozoid, good to see you again. So there's a couple of things that I want to do. For the spore specifically, I want this. So I mentioned this earlier today, but this query directions, these are flags here. This is a flags enum. And I can join multiple directions together. And actually, I don't know where else I'm using this. But I can join multiple flags together, and that will combine those query directions. I think I'm probably using this in the Alembic, actually. Yeah, up or right. So this is an or, so it does or. But what I want to do is I want to make it so that this is an and. So it's right and adjacent. Right now the default behavior is or. So I'm going to need to figure out how to do that, because I don't want this to be to the right or to adjacent. So if I look at my spore here, any day now. If I look at my spore here, we can see that this little indicator is showing the adjacent cells. That's what those little dots are, and to the right. But it really should just be the right adjacent cell. So I think this is going to be a little bit tricky. I think that this is going to be a little bit tricky. So I think this union with, this actually needs to probably be changed to intersection with, if I'm not mistaken. I wonder if I can do something clever here. Union with, union with, union with. So query affected cells, shoot. This looks a little bit redundant. I can change this, I think. Yeah, that works. So anyway, so this is doing query affected cells. So I need a new query options here. Let's do public bool is and join. And that will just be false by default. So query affected cells. Let's do this. Var union operator is equal to query options dot is and join. We're gonna do, does this work? I can't do that? Son of a biscuit. There's no implicit conversion between method group and method group. Are you kidding me? Basically, I think I need to replace all these union withs with intersect with. All right, well, maybe I'll just do something like I enumerable vector 2I cells. If query options dot is and join, we're going to do result dot intersect with cells. Else result dot union with cells. Okay, and then we just do this. Instead of result dot union with, we just do union. So that shouldn't change anything in this case, but I'm also going to need to do the same thing in here. Standalone cells, right row cells, yuck. We'll worry about that in a second. I think this get query description is only used in the grid indicator. Yeah. So we're going to need to handle that. Simply download an npm pack to do it. Yeah, that's true. Hello, Mr. Burgundy. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. That was my strategy at work. Oh, I need to do something in JavaScript. Where's my npm packages? Where's my npm package? What's all the big mushroom? Am I missing something? That's just a new card. Just a new card. That's all it is. So I think that's it. Hopefully. How am I going to test this? Actually, it should be relatively easy to test. Let's see. Fungus giant spores. Oh, I forgot to set the and join on it. Of course. Classic. Query target provider query options dot is and join equals true. It didn't work. I don't think it worked anyway. Probably didn't work. Nope. So it's not going to be that simple. It's not going to be that simple. Let's think about this for a second. No, I guess this would make sense because the result is the list is empty to start. So if I do an intersection with a new set of cells, that's not going to work. How am I going to get this to work then? I need to do some kind of intersection. Do I need to store each? What I probably need to do is for each of these. Do I need to store each of these results separately? If I did right adjacent, oh wait, here, I already have a left adjacent. Maybe I should just do that instead. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Should I just do a right adjacent here? I already have right adjacent, but it's not in place anywhere. Okay, actually, let's do that. I think there is a pathway to making this work in that way, but it is probably easier just to do just to do the left adjacent, right adjacent stuff. All right. We can just delete this. I don't care. Goodbye. Okay, right adjacent. Here we go. So we got bottom adjacent, top. Okay, so this is already in place. Neighbor override plus vector 2.right. Is that it? Obviously, these two blocks of code are very much the same. Oh well, we're going to leave it. We're not going to do any dry coding here. I think that's it. It's a lot simpler than I thought it was going to be. So then my giant mushroom spore, I can just do right adjacent here. Is that all I need to do? Hello, Emerson. Oh, that didn't work. Welcome back. Not found in the dictionary, eh? Where am I using right adjacent? Oh, right adjacent. The dancing dinosaurs. All right. Okay, that actually works perfectly. Look at that. No additional work necessary. I thought that was going to be a lot more difficult than it was, but that's all right. Cool. All right, that worked. I guess I already had a pattern in place for that, so that's good. No need to complicate things. You were faster than me. Hello, Kelso. Welcome back. Good to see you. Alrighty, so that's done. So we still have some work to do, but this is all like wording stuff, so that's going to be boring. We could probably return to the meta progression framework here that I've got going on. So I started setting up the meta progression system, basically just collecting these run statistics. Okay, so this is my run statistics. This is a class that I have. Why is this partial? It doesn't need to be partial. So I'm creating the new run statistics object in run statistics manager, and this is being used to track basically everything in the game. So I'm tracking damage dealt, and I'm only tracking the damage dealt by type. But the nice thing is I have this damage dealt entry has all of this context in here, so I can kind of keep tabs on what exactly is happening in the game. Right now we're just tracking total stats, status applied track, status applied entry, buy card, receiver board. So probably going to want to do the same thing that I have in here. So I have this receiver board as player, initiator board as player. Probably going to want to put this data into the status applied entry as well. So where is that being created here? Okay, anyway, so let's just set out an explicit goal for this meta progression system. We'll think of like a couple of initial unlocks and then we'll just build towards that. So I think, let me actually look at my notes here. Goal-based unlocks, unlocks tied to play. Okay, unlock characters, unlock cards, packs, unlock artifacts. Okay. So this is probably going to tie into a save system as well. Track statistics permanently across runs. Trigger unlocks when statistics change. Allow defining card packs and which cards belong to those packs. Modify the in-game loot tables to only include cards which have been unlocked. And all tracked statistics need to be serializable. So let's do this. Karima? Come here. Come here. What? Ah. This cat was making noise. Do you want to be on the stream? You want to be on the stream? You look angry. Always good to see Firebelly. Cat. So I think let's set up a goal here. Let's make it so that you can't unlock the priestess until you've applied, I don't know, some amount of poison. So we are going to need to track the status applied entry here. So we've got status type. So yeah, let's just put this receiver board as player, initiator board as player. Find all references. This is being used here in the status component. Receiver board, initiator board. Okay, so we have all of those things. Where's this apply status happening? This is in bleed. Okay. All right. So in my board combat component, I already have sort of receiver is player board, initiator is player board. So we're going to grab these things here. We'll just go ahead and put this there. We'll bring in the context helper here. Receiver is player board. Well, we have the modified context.receiver board, modified context initiator board. Okay. And then we could do receiver board is player, receiver is player board, initiator board is player, initiator is player board. So we're just tracking that context in here as well. So we can go to our run statistics manager now, look at our run statistics. We can do public dictionary string int total status stacks applied by type. Public void track status applied entry. We do have the status type in here. So this would just be the status type. All right, let's do, does this need to be public? No, not add file to chat. Find all references. This is private, so this can just be private. Private static string get status type key. Return, oh, this needs to be type. Oh, can I not do this? Constant value of type is expected. I guess I can't do that. We'll just make it simple then. Type of fire status, necrosis status. Let's do necrosis here. Fire, poison, necrosis, shield, we need bleed. Oh, holy as well. Is that all the statuses that I have? So shield, poison, necrosis, holy state. Yeah. Okay. That should work. All right. So this will be get status type key. Cool. Total status is applied by type. And we add that. Excellent. And then we do public void track status received. Total status stacks received by type. Okay, perfect. So we're just tracking all this stuff. And then if I go to my run statistics manager in here, on status applied tracked, what we can do is we could say if receiver board is player, track status received, else if status applied entry, initiator board is player track status applied. Actually, these should not be mutually exclusive, because these could be the same thing. So damage to yourself should also count in the statistics. So we could be both the receiver and the initiator for poison, for example, and that should track against status received and status applied. And the same for the damage. Okay. So we're tracking those things. Now what we need to do is, we've got the run statistics manager here. We need a system for defining the unlock conditions. That could probably be, well, let me think about this. That could probably be an autoload node, but I don't know. I should probably support like multiple saves as well. I guess I can worry about that later. I think I should probably support like multiple save files. Maybe. But I guess, yeah, that can be done later. So maybe an autoload node that So an autoload node that can listen for changes in this run statistics object. Oh, but we're gonna have to merge this into like a global statistics as well. So yeah, I actually don't know. Have you used the word with keyboard for a record? It allows you to copy the record with provided changes. Really useful. Yeah, I'm using that all over the place actually. I actually started using records for exactly that purpose because I have a bunch of just like data objects that I just need to create new copies of with things changed. And I didn't want to, write my own duplication methods and everything. So I'm making heavy use of the records so that I can do that kind of stuff for sure. Hello, Evan. Welcome back. Good to see you. So there's a couple of things that I need. I need like a global statistics. So it needs to listen. We need to listen for run statistics, but we also need to keep track of the global statistics as well. So yeah, I actually don't know. The system is kind of murky at the moment. So I have these run statistics. These are going to be collected throughout the run. After the run is over, these run statistics will need to be merged inside of like a global statistics object, I think. And then maybe it's the global statistics object that needs to be listened for handling unlocks. Tricky. Do I do that first, or do I start defining the actual unlocks? I think I will probably want an auto load. So let's create that. Let's go to autoload in scripts, create new file, unlocks, manage, unlocks. Manager, whatever. That's fine. Namespace, game.data.autoload. Oh, no, not game.data.autoload, game.autoload. Public partial class, unlocks manager, extends node. This needs to be probably a global class. Does it need to be a global class? No, it does not. Okay, so I don't need to make this a global class. I don't know. So probably gonna need to set up some kind of initialize all possible unlock objects. We also need to do listen for global statistics changes and check for unlock conditions. Maybe I want to set up a custom resource type for unlocks and associate with the unlock script. So maybe that's the place to go next. Sorry, I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but this system is not built yet. So that's why I kind of have to figure it out as I'm going along. Let's create a new folder called unlock. We'll just call it unlock. And then let's create a new script. So go to scripts, data, new folder, unlock. And we'll do a new file, unlock definition resource. Okay. Namespace game.data.unlock. And then we're going to do public class unlock definition resource. This should be a partial class, I guess. Partial class. This will be a global class here. We'll also make it a tool, I guess. Well, we don't need to do that just yet. Okay, so we're probably going to want a display name at some point. But so we're going to do a base. I'm just going to copy this pattern that I have here. We've got ID, Pascal ID. We're going to copy these over. Okay. Initialize here. Okay. Unlock script. Unlock script is equal to load Pascal ID. That's fine. Okay, so we've got our unlock definition resource, and that's a global class. If I build this now, I probably need to restart the editor. But let's create a new resource here. Unlock. Yeah, I'm going to need to restart the editor. That's all right. So we're going to define an unlock resource for the priestess, and then we're going to introduce a script for that will be able to just run some logic that tells me whether it's unlocked or not. Obviously, I'm going to need to store this in some kind of save file as well, but we'll just call this, we'll do character priestess save. Okay. We'll just leave that alone for now. I'm sure I'm going to put more data in there for now, or later, I mean. But we're also going to do now a unlock registry here. We're going to do the same pattern that I've been doing for all this stuff. Unlock, unlock registry, unlock definition resource. Does this need to be duplicated? I actually don't. Does that need to be duplicated? Actually, now I'm wondering. I actually don't know if I need a duplicate method here for this one specifically. I think I can pass these by reference, so we don't need to worry about that. Okay, so we got the unlock registry here. Okay. So here I would do new file, character priestess. Namespace game.data.unlock. Public class character priestess. This should extend base unlock. Something like that. Let's create a new file, base unlock. Namespace game.data.unlock. Public abstract class, base unlock. And then we're going to do something like, I don't know, public abstract void try unlock. Something like that. Public override void try unlock. So this is obviously going to need to take in some data here that it's going to be able to check. So we got run statistics. Let's create a new file called global statistics. Actually, do I want to, let me think. Do I want to make these the same object, the run statistics and the global statistics, and then just have like a merge? Or maybe I can do, let's do this to start. Global statistics.cs, namespace game.data.statistics. Probably we'll do public class global statistics, and then we'll do public run statistics. Okay, and then we can do this. Public run statistics merge with run statistics here. Merge dictionaries, that's not a thing. Well, I guess that works for now. No, that doesn't work. Oh no, I'm setting up this with, okay, yeah. I guess that makes sense. So we're taking the existing dictionary. If merged dict contains key plus equals, oh, I guess that's fine. Yeah, that works. Object initialization can be simplified. So I don't know, that's quick and dirty for now. So we can merge that. Private global statistics. So this is the part where I'm going to need to listen for changes in the run statistics. Now, I'm imagining there's going to be another step in here, but just for the purposes of testing, Basically, whenever this track status received, track status applied. Let me think. Let's just do this for now. We'll just put this in the ready for now. Public void merge run statistics. Global statistics merge equals, no, dot run statistics is equal to merge with run statistics. Okay. So the idea in here now is what I can do. I need to basically create an instance of that class. Card script new this. Does this need to be ref counted? This might need to be ref counted. It might need to be ref counted. Okay, let's just do that then. So base unlock, public partial abstract class extends ref counted. Okay. Now, does that work? So if I go to my unlock definition resource, yeah, now I can instantiate that script. Why does it want, I don't know why it wants that. Anyway, do I need to store the unlock script then? Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't need to do that. So we'll just get rid of that for now. Okay, so the card registry now, or the unlock registry, I am going to do public static unlock resource, unlock definition resource, all resources, id to resource.values. Okay. So what I can do now in my global statistics here, or no, my unlocks manager, let's just do a private void update unlock state. And so in here, what I'm imagining is we're first going to do check save file to see if unlocked before running logic. We'll do for each var unlock resource in game. Let's just do unlock registry dot all resources. Oops. And then here we're going to do unlock resource dot try unlock instance. Oh, I see. All unlock instances. id to resource.values.select. Okay, that should work. I guess I don't really need this all resources now, so we'll just get rid of that for now. All unlock instances, try unlock, and then what we can do in the base unlock here is maybe, I don't know, pass in the global statistics, something like that. I'm sure this is going to need to grow in terms of what is required, but let's just put that in there. Try unlock. Global statistics. Okay, this should be a bool. Okay. So now we should be able to fill out this logic. So we should be able to do something like return global statistics dot total run statistics dot total status applied by type var. Let's just do poison key. We'll do run statistics. I should probably make these public actually. Oh wait, private static. This should be public static. Alrighty. So we merge this up here. Paste that up there rather. Poison key is equal to run statistics dot get status type key type of poison status. Total status is applied by type. Oh, I gotta do a try get value. Poison applied is equal to, nope, that's not right. Global statistics dot total run statistics dot total stacks applied by type, try get value, total poison applied. Return total poison applied is greater than 5. We'll just set it to really low for now. Okay, so now in our run statistics here, or rather, where is this being used? Run statistics manager. We'll just do this for now. Unlock manager.instance.merge run statistics. So this, don't do this every time data is tracked. We're going to do a better life cycle for this, but just to test it out, we're going to update that data immediately. And then when we merge the run statistics, we're going to do update unlock state. And that's going to iterate over all the unlock resources and try to unlock it. So anyway, let's see if that works. Want to see the game's success? Maybe lurk. All right, thank you, Neozoid. Thanks for joining the stream. Hello, PLY. I don't know how to say your name, I'm sorry. Good job on the game. The alchemy part where it's possible to hit weird combinations of effects is super exciting while playing. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate that. Glad you like it. Hello, Ninja Link. Good afternoon to you as well. Hello, Clickertail. Welcome back. Brekheck, good to see you. Fira, love your content. Cool to see you on Twitch too. Awesome. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. God is sad with so much IA. What is IA? Oh, AI. Like how the AI recommended .map when that's not a link method. Yeah, instead of using type of, it may be better to use generics for type variants. Maybe. Maybe. I can definitely look at that. Have you tried Olama? Yeah, I've used it a couple times. Iguana alcoholics. Those dang iguanas. Okay, so let's just go to the character priestess here, and we're just going to... Let's just put a breakpoint here and see what happens. So the other thing I need to do is I need to build this. And then I need to go to project, project settings, globals. We're going to open up scripts, data, unlock. Nope, that's wrong. Scripts auto load. unlocks manager. So we add that in here. Let's just go ahead and put this up at the top, I suppose. Maybe we'll put the debug helper first. Okay. So let's run this. Actually, let's just do a ceremonial dagger. So unfortunately, I think this is just gonna trigger every time. But that's okay. We're just building out the systems for now. Good luck with your new game. It looks really nice. Thank you. I like the art and color palette a lot. I appreciate that. Did you know iguanas will literally freeze and fall out of trees if it gets too cold? I did know that, yeah. I did know that. Oops, I'm not running it. Debug. Got to get the debug mode enabled here. Get rid of that. Okay. So what I should see is I should see this unlock being attempted after every piece of data that I'm tracking, which is not ideal. But like I said, we're going to come up with a better... So we got total poison applied as 1. Look at that. So we keep going. Total poison applied is a 2. Wait a minute. Is that right? I don't think this total stack status, I think it's tracking all events, all instances of poison damage. But anyway, it is working. It is getting through to this point. All the data is updated, so that's good. Why is this run statistics not? Oh, it's because it's merging with every time, right? Right. So that's the problem that I currently have, is that this global statistics, I'm calling this merge every time. So merge run statistics. So this is really just designed to be like a final merge. So I'm going to collect all the run statistics during the run and then merge that with the global statistics. But I'm merging it multiple times with the global statistics, which is just accumulating the number rather than replacing it. So I may need to rethink that approach a little bit, especially if I want to support like having unlock notifications during the run, but I don't think that's super necessary. I think that having like a post-game screen where it shows you everything that you unlocked, it's probably fine. I don't think I need to add that noise in run, but it may be something that I want to do. It may be exciting to like unlock something during the run and know that you unlocked it ahead of time. In that case, what I'd probably need to do is, yeah, that might get a little heavy too, because if I'm tracking all kinds of data and I'm doing this check against all of the unlockables every time, that may just be a little bit unnecessary. So, and maybe there's a better approach to this in terms of the architecture here, but... But anyway, so that whole flow is working though. So I have a way of defining an unlock definition resource here. I have a way of specifying what the unlock condition is. And I have, well, that's basically all I have. So I did all this stuff. We obviously don't have a save file yet, which is probably going to be the next thing to worry about. I'm going to have a save file for what you've unlocked, but I also need to have a file for storing. So I think I'll keep the files separate. I'll save the run separately from like your overall stats, I think. I don't know if it's a good idea to merge those into one save file. I mean, maybe though. Anyway, saving the stats and your unlock states is going to be different than saving your like in progress run. So that's going to just be a whole different thing. So I guess we could just keep going. I mean, we might as well just get this trying to work in game. So I'm trying to think, I guess I could start setting up the basics of a save file, because I need somewhere to write the unlock state to, and that's going to ultimately end up in a save file. But before I move it into a save file, I suppose I could just put it here. So we could do, let me do this. Let's go to wherever the unlocks manager is. Data unlock. Probably shouldn't be putting these all alongside each other, but that's all right. New file, unlock model. Public class, unlock model. And basically, I think this is just going to be a dictionary of string of unlock ID bool, unlocked status by ID, I guess. Or maybe I'll just do unlocks by ID. Unlocks manager, private read only, unlock model. Unlock model is equal to new. And then in here, what I would do is I would say if. So we'll do unlock model dot try get value. Nope. Dot unlocks by ID. I guess I could just put some helpers in here instead. Public bool is unlocked. String unlock ID. Okay. Unlock model is unlocked. Unlock resource.id. This is the instance, right? Okay, so maybe, shoot. Okay. Or this needs to be if unlocked, continue. So we don't want to run the logic again if it's already been unlocked. So that's fine. This I am going to need to do. Public static all unlock resources. Okay, something like that. And then we'll do if. Then we'll do unlock model set unlocked. I don't think this needs to be. We'll do set as unlocked. Doesn't need to be that complicated. Okay, so something like that. No comment, dude. I want something like any suggestions. Oh, for Olama? I mean, yeah, I don't know. I can't give you any advice on that. I'm not an expert in local LLMs. I have no idea. I've used it locally just to play around with it to see how good it was, but I never used it for anything serious, so I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, I think all of the data is kind of in place. This stuff is going to have to move around eventually. But the important thing is just to get it working. So I think the next step is let's actually try to get the priestess in a locked state from the get-go, and then we'll go into a run and we'll apply some poison, and then we'll exit the run, and then we'll see if we can get the priestess to be unlocked after that. I think that's the next step to do. Okay, so continue stubbing out unlock system. All right, we're getting there. We're making leaps and bounds towards getting somewhere. Hello, Salt Light Studio. Thanks for the raid. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. I know a raid just happened, but I'm actually going to step away for a quick 2 or 3 minute break. Then when I come back, what we're working on is we're going to continue building out this unlock system for my game, which is just going to be goal-based unlock. So we're going to check certain conditions, that certain conditions have been met, and then we're going to unlock various content for the player. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah, welcome, Salt Light Studio. Appreciate it. So I'm going to take a quick 3 minute break, and then we'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Hello, Maria playing. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Very much appreciate it. All right, let's see what we can do. So let's go back to our character select screen then. Character select here. So how am I going to do this? Got the priestess marker here. This is creating, oh, this is going to be a little bit tricky. Selectable character, scene, character information scene. Let me think. So we've got the priestess character here. Oh, I see. So all of the characters are being dynamically created in this character select screen here. So when I think I call setup characters here. This is iterating over all of the character markers. Oh, I see. The character marker has a character definition resource associated with it. It's the character marker. So we've got a character definition resource associated with this. Maybe I just add another export for the character unlock resource, but then I need to configure that in the selectable character here. Oops, selectable character. There's a canvas group here. Well, the easy thing to do is, so there's a couple of ways I can approach this. I could put like a character on the screen that's like locked. You could think of like maybe like a black silhouette or something. I don't think that's really going to fit in this game. I think my initial plan was this screen is kind of boring. What I was going to do is draw like little camps or little campsites for each of the characters that are thematically appropriate to that character. And then what I could do if the character is not present is I could show some data about what it takes to unlock that character when you hover over it. So I think I'll do that instead. But I do want to, inside of this priestess marker here, or the character marker more generally, I do want to do a public unlock definition resource. And we'll do a character unlock resource, like so. Get private set. Okay, and then selectable character instantiate. Do I want to make that public? Yeah, that's fine. This can just be a data container, I suppose. And this is completely unnecessary, so we'll get rid of that. So selectable character, set character. So yeah, in here, what we're going to want to do actually is we'll grab, so we've got the unlocks manager. Let's create a static method in here. Public static bool is unlocked. String unlock ID. And just for the sake of expediency, we'll also do public static bool is unlocked with an unlock definition resource. And then we'll just return is unlocked with the resource ID. That'll just simplify things a little bit. Return instance.unlockModel.isUnlocked. Okay, and then we can do if is unlocked, unlock resource. So now in here, if not unlocks manager is unlocked, marker.character unlock resource. We also need to do a null check. So we're going to say if character or if marker.unlock resource is not equal to null and it's not unlocked, we're just going to continue out of here. So we're just going to skip adding any character to the scene that is not currently unlocked. Oops, I still have, oh, I didn't do a lot of stuff. Hold on. Steam, never mind, I got it. I should add chat commands, I guess. I don't know how Twitch works, so I gotta figure it out. We're not gonna skip the menu. And I also need to add this character unlock resource here. Okay, so we're gonna go into the game. No, I don't wanna play the tutorial. And look at that, our priestess is not there. So let's go into the game now. Uh-oh. Value cannot be null parameter key. Attempted to remove input lock when none were present. Oh, did I do something wrong here? I guess I did. Oh, I probably... Value cannot be null. Oh, I'm getting a null reference in here? Oh, am I not? No, I am calling initialize. Why is that happening? Unlock Manager 26. Value cannot be... It thinks that this is null. Let me put a breakpoint here. Does it think that this ID is null for some reason? Why is the ID null here? Oh, I guess... Oh, because my registry... Oh, interesting. I have not initialized my registry yet. So I actually can't do this, actually. The registry is the one responsible for initializing it. All right, well, this is probably okay. We'll just do this. Character unlock resource dot initialize. That's probably all right. It's probably fine. So what was happening is that initialize is only called in the card registry, but I'm bypassing that card or that unlock registry by passing in a reference to the character unlock resource directly into this marker here. So that's not ideal. I suppose I can think of different ways to handle that, but let's go here, and then we're gonna go start. All right, so let's just go ahead and apply some poison here. So we'll go ahead and apply some poison. That should have applied plenty of poison. And then we'll go here, and I can probably just quit to menu. And if I go to start now I've got the priestess. So that's working. I can select the priestess here. We can start the run with her. There we go. So that's very, very, very basic, obviously, but we've got that character unlock system at least working, and that's being fed off of just a generic like global statistics object. So I think the next step is I got to figure out how to actually do card unlocks as well. And that's going to be a little bit trickier. That's going to be a little bit trickier. The other thing is too, I have to figure out how to display all this information to the user. But all that UX stuff obviously can be built on top of the technical stuff. So the cards are going to be a little bit trickier because I want to define a list of cards that can appear in the loot tables based on what's unlocked currently. So I guess that makes sense to set up that system next. You just started dual streaming to Twitch recently, right? Yes, I did. You're going to stream more on Twitch now too? Well, yeah, I'll stream on Twitch anytime I'm streaming to YouTube. I won't do any like Twitch or YouTube exclusive streams, probably because it's just really easy to stream to both. It's alive, yeah. Can't wait to see unlocks for the next playtest. May I ask how often you stream? Every day at 10 a.m. Eastern, at least. Every day except Sunday, usually. And then bonus afternoon streams are just, you know, just whenever I feel like doing it. Okay, so that is good. That was actually relatively simple to get in place. That was actually relatively simple to get in place. So, okay. All right. The cards, though, that's going to be a problem. Also, object reference not set to an instance of object. Oh, right. I should fix that really quick. I should fix that. All right, no more bugs. Let me just go back to the menu here and see. I still shouldn't have the priestess unlocked because I didn't apply any poison. Yeah, it's working well. Okay. So the cards, that's going to be a tricky thing. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Come here. Ah, the beast. The beast has returned. That's 2 cat appearances today. He's once again begging for attention, so hopefully this is enough attention for him. Hopefully this is enough attention for him. I'm streaming, buddy. Why do you always have to do this when I'm streaming? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Have you had enough yet? Did you get your attention yet? Oh, you're stuck. Okay. Card unlocks. Let's figure out how to do this. This is going to require quite a few changes. So the idea behind the card unlocks is that I will define like card packs that can be unlocked together. And again, that's going to be all condition based. So yeah, how am I going to do this? That's not really going to fit very nicely in my card unlock resource here, or my unlock here. Unless I want to do that. What kind of unlocks do I want? So we got playable characters. So let's see. Unlock characters, that's kind of done. Unlock artifacts, so that's another one. So I'm going to want to support unlocking characters, cards, and artifacts. I wonder if there's an opportunity here to do something interesting with the tool script. So I could use one resource for all this stuff, but maybe I could conditionally hide fields based on... conditionally hide fields based on like an enum selection or something. So that's kind of done. That's kind of done. This is just the initial setup, so it's not like all done. Okay. So, what am I going to do here? I actually don't know. I actually don't know how I'm going to define this data. Maybe I should use a different custom resource. So the things that I'm kind of thinking about is I could merge these all into one unlock resource and just have a bunch of fields. Do I want to do that? Or do I want to create different resources? I mean, I can create like sub resources, I guess. So I could create unlock definition resources that extend this, I think. And then I could have different data available to them. Is that the way to do it? Let me think. Is that the way to do it? So what I would do here is I would maybe make this abstract. Parameter type unlock definition resource is less accessible than method. Maybe I can't do that. Well, let's just see. So if I do character unlock definition resource, so we just have the character unlock definition resource. Oh, that works now, okay. So let me reconfigure everything. Let's delete this, remove, create new. Oh, I'm probably gonna have to restart the editor again. Cats, kitty, yeah. Hello, Leginger Dev. You never check chat? It's only been like 5 minutes. Thank you for the 100 whatever. What is that? 100 units. Thank you for the 100 units. I don't know what that is. I checked the chat though. I was like, don't worry about it. I may go 5 or 10 minutes without reading it, but I will always check it out. Character unlock definition resource. So what else? Is this gonna work? Let's see. Create new resource, character unlock definition resource. Character priestess. So I create that in there. And then for the character marker, this should be character unlock definition resource, like so. I think. Then I'm gonna have to change my character select again. Character select. Let's get rid of this. Character priestess. Let's just make sure all that works again. It's channel points you get from viewing. Oh, interesting. Okay. Channel points. Gotcha. I gotcha. Unless he gets in the zone, he usually checks every 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah. That's the one thing about streaming game development is sometimes, you know, I gotta lock in and focus on what I'm thinking about so I don't lose my train of thought. But I will always circle back to the chat and make sure to read your messages. Okay, so let's just go through this. We'll go to quit to menu. And the priestess should be unlocked. Very cool. All right. Cool. So maybe that's the approach that I need to take then. And then for the card unlock definition resource, so we're going to create a new file in here. Card unlock definition resource. We'll just copy this, paste this here. Card unlock definition resource. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? This is going to work a little bit weird with my card registry because my card registry loads everything up. Let me look at my card loot table manager. This all goes into a run, I think. So if I go to my run manager, card loot table manager, yeah. So what I can do is I can just, when this card loot table manager sets up these tables, right now I'm iterating over all IDs. I think what I'll probably want to do is I'll just check the unlock state of each of these IDs. Although I need to know if a card is even part of an unlock to begin with. Which shouldn't be that difficult, I guess. So I basically need to say in here, if a card is part of an unlockable condition, then I need to check if the card is unlocked before I add it to the loot table. I think that's basically what I need to do. So we'll do export public string card IDs, get private set. Just set this to empty array. Something like that. So unfortunately, I'm going to need to restart the editor again. I greatly prefer the longer wait over the dev stream. That might as well be a chat with chat. Right, yeah. It's a balance, right? It's a balance. Create new resource. Card unlock definition resource. So maybe we'll just do, we could do something like this. So I originally talked about like deep sea, something like this. And then we can add our card IDs in here. So this would be like giant squid and also jellyfish. So we can have these card packs that contain multiple cards that need to be unlocked. So we do something like that, but then I need to look into that. I need to see. Let's see. So I think this is the right way to go. I guess my unlock. Unlock manager. Global statistics unlock model. So this probably needs to be broken down even more. This unlock model. Probably will have to break this down by characters, artifacts, and cards. And create like separate models for each of those. The big question is the card loot table manager. I need to determine if a card is part of an unlock. So we do have the unlock registry. So I could do something like this. I could do like public static dictionary string card unlock definition resource card ID to unlock resource. If resource is card unlock definition resource. So I think that's the way to do it. Yeah, so I think I need to go in here and I need to break down this unlocks model into 3 distinct dictionaries, basically. But this should be good enough. So I'm basically storing whether a card ID is present in an unlock resource, and that data can be used to determine if a card is even unlockable to begin with. If a card isn't unlockable, what that will mean is that it's just a default card that's available to you. So any card that is not part of a card unlock resource will get added to the loot table automatically, and any card that is part of a card unlock resource, I will need to do an additional check to see if that resource that it belongs to has been unlocked. So I think that makes sense. I think that makes sense. I think that makes sense. One thing that I will need to do is set up system to preload all registries. So I'm going to need to initialize all those registries because they're just getting initialized at unpredictable times because of the way that static constructors work and all that stuff. So I think I can just set up like a scene or something that just preloads all those things, or maybe the main menu can do it. I don't know. But probably would be a good idea to set up something that does that. Anyway. I think that's going to be it though. That'll be it for the stream today. I'm running out of steam. It's almost dinner time, so I'm going to go do that. But thank you all for watching. Thank you for being here. I very much appreciate it. And yeah, so far so good on this system. It's just, you know, and this is the easy part too. The hard part is going to be coming up with the UI for all this stuff. But this is definitely going to be a part of the game, the meta progression system, and starting to get all that built out, which is good. So it's one of the few remaining major systems in the game that has to be implemented. So we're going to get there. We're going to get there. But anyway, thanks all for watching. You could go wishlist Alcamortis at the Steam page. You can also join the playtest, which is still running, and it will be running until Friday. So definitely give it a try. Join the Discord. Let me know what you think. Get your playtime in now before the playtest goes away for a month or 2. And yeah, I appreciate all of your support, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll be back at it tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. Okay, bye-bye everyone.